Welcome back to the Pro Wrestling Wrestlepedia. And today we're going to take a look at the WWE Elimination Chamber 2017 match card and make our predictions of what we think is going to happen and then what should happen. So I'm going to say like what I want to happen, and then I'm going to, say what I think will happen, because that's quite frankly two different things based on what WWE has done in the past. They have a hard time depicting what to do and what not to do, because they quite frankly don't really know what fans want at certain times. For example, the whole Daniel Bryan thing, remember that. But anyways, so the kickoff match is going to be Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins, which will quite frankly most likely be a squash match where Mojo Rawley just destroys Kurt Hawkins. I mean, because Kurt Hawkins hasn't wrestled a match that lasted longer than like 2 minutes, and since he's debuted on SmackDown. And I mean, I think Kurt Hawkins, I've seen him in the Indies, and he has a lot of potential. I think his character is looked at too much of a joke, to be honest, because I mean, I think, I don't know, I mean, for them to be teasing his debut for weeks, and then when he finally debuts, he gets like, I think it was when he got super kicked by Ziggler within like 2 seconds and got pinned, and it was like really stupid the way it was set up. I mean, it didn't really last long or anything. So then Mojo Rawley's probably going to win that, but I think Kurt Hawkins should win that, because Kurt Hawkins, I think, has a bigger ceiling than Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley is just basically a hype bro. I mean, he's just all hype. I don't like it. But next, there's a 2-on-1 handicap match. Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler, based on their previous encounters on SmackDown. Because Dolph Ziggler, 2 weeks in a row, had a match with Kalisto and completely whooped his ass, basically. And then after the match, he wants to beat him with a chair. Apollo Crews comes out, helps fend off Dolph Ziggler. And then this past week, he faced Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews won with a roll-up pin, and which is leading to a 2-on-1 handicap match, which I don't agree with, because I don't think anybody can possibly look good in this situation. It's not going to be one of those things where, like, Dolph Ziggler wins and looks good because he overcame two bad guys trying to beat him up and everything, because it's not like Apollo Crews and Kalisto are going to, like, they're baby faces. They're not going to, like, completely demolish Dolph Ziggler to the point where he can't even function. And then, I don't know, I just don't think anybody can win out of this situation. But then we have Becky Lynch versus Mickie James, which I think Mickie James should win this. And I also think that's what will happen, because Mickie just made her debut, and she can't lose her first, singles match of her debut, because that would just not look right. And Mickie James is possibly one of the best women's wrestlers that ever stepped foot in the WWE ring. So Mickie is going to win this match, I think. I mean, Becky Lynch, yeah, she's great and all, but this is Mickie James' time to shine. So we'll see how that goes. And then we got Nikki Bella versus Natalya. I think Natalya should win this, because I have heard that Nikki Bella is on her way out. She's going to start, wrestling part-time. And she's going to start with quite a while off, taking time off. And then she's going to, start coming back and wrestling part-time. But I think she's doing this because of her neck, from what I heard. And so we'll see how that goes with that. But Nikki Bella probably is going to win it, but Natalya should win it. That's what I think. So then, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship Turmoil match. Another waste of talent. I think this is one of the dumbest things that the SmackDown roster has been going through lately. It's like every time there's a encounter with the tag team titles, it's with every tag team on the roster, and that's kind of stupid because, like, what are they expecting to get out of this? And since when do they ever do that? Like, it's all, every tag team involved. That's not how it works. It's not like every night there's a freaking battle royal for the WWE title. That's not how that works. Which is basically what this is. And it's like, I don't think anything good's going to come out of this. But, I mean, I think that, American Alpha is going to win. But what should happen is American Alpha wins, and then the last tag team that comes out should be the Revival. So I think the Revival should make their debut after, the fans and American Alpha think that they face their last competitors for the evening, and they're the last ones standing throughout the tag team turmoil match. I think that at the end, the Revival should come out and maybe take the belts off of American Alpha, because I think they would do something with them. But maybe they won't want to give them titles yet, since it'll be just their debut. I don't know. We'll see how that goes too. Then Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. Now, this past Tuesday, Luke Harper got involved in Orton's match against Cena, and so did Bray Wyatt, but Harper helped Cena win the match. And then they've been, feuding kind of like in the Wyatt family for the past couple months. Teasing like a feud. So this is going to be their match finally. It's, going to be... I think that Randy Orton is going to win this match simply because it's Randy Orton. And I honestly think he should win the match because he needs to look strong going into WrestleMania. Because that's only, a month or two away. So I think he needs to look strong going into Mania. I don't think he should lose anytime soon because I think he's going to lose at Mania. And I'll get to that later. But, yeah, I think Harper is going to be the one losing in this situation. Which, I'd be okay. I mean, Harper's great. I mean, it's okay for him to lose against someone like Randy Orton. Because Randy's, he's very good at what he does. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that he's one of the top guys in the business. But then we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss, the champion, is defending her title against Naomi. I don't think Naomi's going to win here, and I don't think she should win here. And I'm honestly hoping that Alexa Bliss gets a clean win over Naomi. Because she's been getting, all these, dirty pins, people getting involved in her matches, and she hasn't looked very strong the whole time she's held this SmackDown Women's Championship. And I think she finally needs to have some, proper booking to where she looks a bit stronger than she doesn't. She's almost like Kevin Owens on Raw, because Kevin Owens needs Chris Jericho to win, and it almost seems like Alexa Bliss needs somebody to help her win when she really doesn't. Because I've seen her in NXT and she's a fantastic wrestler. So I think Alexa Bliss is going to win, as she should, and I think it's going to be a dirty win, because it shouldn't be, and that's what WWE likes to do, stuff we shouldn't do. So there's that. Then the final match of the evening, it's not going to be there's not very many matches on the card because, it's Elimination Chamber, so probably the Chamber match is going to last a while. But the final match is for the WWE Championship, and it is the Elimination Chamber match. John Cena is defending his WWE Championship against AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, and Baron Corbin. Now, I'm gonna try and book this entire match here, and say how I think it should go, and then I'll say what I think will happen. I mean, what I think will happen is I think Bray Wyatt will win, and that's what I think should happen, because it's going to be Orton versus Wyatt at WrestleMania. Because, that's... Unless it's AJ Styles again. Because AJ versus Orton would be pretty cool. But I think they're going with Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I kind of like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I think first, The Miz will get eliminated by Dean Ambrose because of their feud. Then I think Baron Corbin will eliminate Dean Ambrose. So then it's going to be John Cena, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, and Dean Ambrose. And then I think AJ Styles is going to eliminate Dean Ambrose. You know, because they had a feud too. And AJ always beats Ambrose. And then we're going to say... Then the remaining three will be Cena, Styles, and Wyatt. And then I think John Cena is going to eliminate AJ Styles, it's going to be much like his win at, the Rumble. And that's if Bray Wyatt doesn't actually help John Cena from, beating him up also. We might see, Bray Wyatt give him a sister Abigail, and then John Cena picks him up for an attitude adjustment and then pins him. So we'll see how that goes. And then the remaining two, I think, is going to be John Cena and Bray Wyatt. Because they have quite the rivalry from before. Because there was a whole thing of, remember, like, he got the whole world in his hands. There was all that stuff. Remember, they had their Hell in a Cell match, and there was all those kids surrounded the ring singing. And they had a pretty good feud back in the day, but of course that's when Bray Wyatt was basically buried by John Cena. So I think this is going to be the time where John Cena loses to Bray Wyatt in a spectacular fashion. What should happen is I think Bray Wyatt should actually win clean and make him and that'll make him look very strong, going into WrestleMania also. So it'd be like a pretty good match, good feud building between Orton and Wyatt, because they're both gonna look strong, winning clean, I think is what should happen. But what will happen probably is either... See, I don't think Randy Orton's gonna help Bray Wyatt win, because that wouldn't look right, because that would make it look like he wants to face Wyatt at WrestleMania. Because, he knows he's going to face the winner, basically. So, I think Luke Harper or Eric Rowan, because I heard he's cleared. So, I think one of them two are going to end up getting involved in the match. Maybe Eric Rowan makes his return and costs John Cena the match. Or maybe Luke Harper maybe wants to rejoin with the Wyatt family and tries to reconcile by helping Bray Wyatt win the match. And, I don't necessarily like that, because I think Bray Wyatt shouldn't be booked as a cheater. Because, I think I've said this before, is I think Bray Wyatt could be the next Undertaker. Now, clearly, there's never going to be another Undertaker. But if there's going to be anybody that has the same effect on people as to, as soon as Bray Wyatt shows up, people are like, oh shit, what are we going to do now? And that's what I think Bray Wyatt has the ability of doing, is making that effect on people. Because he's he's a pretty creepy human being. And he should be treated as such. He should be treated as somebody that people are afraid to wrestle and afraid to get in the ring with, because they don't know what's going to happen to them. And I think everybody that feuds with Bray Wyatt should be, different afterwards. Because they finally have gotten through a feud with Wyatt. So, that's my predictions for the 2017 Elimination Chamber. And we will see how things go. And I will have a recap show probably the Monday after, the next day. So, until then, have a safe weekend. Make sure you enjoy the Elimination Chamber, because I think it might be a fun pay-per-view. So, have a good weekend. And we'll talk to you on Monday. Enjoy yourselves.